Hi, I'm Scott Hammond, and I'm here today to tell you about the rational use of time. Did you know that the atomic clock has about 24 hours on it? Did you know it takes the Earth about 24 hours exactly to rotate, and that none of us are getting any extra time from this life? Well, let me back up. The Earth actually does get adjusted with the atomic clock by about 2 nanoseconds every few years, and that's so minuscule to even talk about. So what happens when you're overloaded, you're freaked out, you've got too much to do, there's so much on your plate that life is getting out of control? Glad you asked. There's 3 strategies. Number 1 is to eliminate. Number 2 is delegate. And number 3 is to abbreviate. So let's take number 1, eliminate. What would you do if you were overloaded, your day was out of control, and you had so much to do that it actually stopped you, you actually froze up, there was so much on your plate? Well, here's a hot tip. Take 5 minutes, step aside, get a yellow pad, and list all those things that you're working on that are so key and so critical that are causing the freak factor in your life. Get those on paper, and then do this. This is the hard part. That's easy. Stopping is difficult, but this is the hard part. You will take and ruthlessly edit that list by 80%. So if you had 10 things and you edited 80%, if you had 10 items and you edited 80% of that, you would have 2 items. Those are the things that you're going to work on next. By being ruthless with your list, you can come out with the 2 things that are the main things to keep the main thing and to work on those right now. Brian Tracy calls that eating the frogs. So eat the frogs right away and get those done. And the other 8 probably are not that important or may even fall off the list. Number 2, delegate. Now I know you and I control the universe, or we think we can, but it's really key to delegate to people who actually can do a lot of things better than we can. So if you give them the job, you give them the chore, you give them the project, know that you have understanding, you have to communicate. This is exactly what I expect. This is the due date, and get feedback. Make sure there's understanding, and then delegate that stuff to that person who actually might even do it better than you could. And then thirdly, abbreviate. By abbreviate, here's what I mean. Garner and gather skill sets to make that overload job easier. In other words, you could learn speed reading, you could learn delegation, you could learn being more organized and having handy reference items to make your life easy so you're not searching for things for 2 hours. You could learn Spanish, whatever the skill set is necessary for the job that you're trying to do. You could abbreviate that by expertising yourself in a way that would be compelling to get that job done in a more efficient way. And then lastly, the 10-year, 10,000-hour rule. And what I mean by that is, could you become a genius in your field of endeavor? Could you become a better salesperson, a better manager, a better parent, a better you by just studying and becoming expertised in whatever it is that you do? And how would you do that? Thanks for asking. You could go online to the Learning Company, you could go to TED.com. There's a million tools to help you get better at what you do. And why not ask an expert? Somebody that's really good in your field. So if I'm in sales and I want to work in a sales venue, I would have maybe 4 activities that are key to sales: prospecting, presenting, closing, and servicing. Now, who are the 4 experts in those areas that I could seek out, that I could learn from, that I could have conversations with, buy their books, and seek out resources to become better in those fields? And quickly, maybe not 10,000 hours or 10 years, but quickly become more proficient, efficient, and expertised in that field of endeavor. Could you seek those people out today? The answer is yes. So, use time rationally, eliminate, delegate, or abbreviate, or hey, why not just become a genius in your field of endeavor? Scott Hammond, writtenplan.com. Have a productive day.